Welcome to Casual Mode. It is the 7th of November and we've just received the PS5 Pro. Very excited to unbox this with you, show you all the new features, all the really cool options and accessories that come with it, and dive into a couple of games. Let's go. Here it is, the brand new PS5 Pro. So I picked this up through PlayStation Direct and it was fortunately delivered pretty early this morning. First impressions, the box is black, not white, like the base PS5. Just to confuse you all, that is the DualSense Edge. That didn't come with it. That's possibly one of the worst purchases I've made, but we're not going to talk about that today. Worth noting that Sony have dropped the 8K label from the packaging, and in case you didn't know, this is a discless console. Ooh, look at that knife. It's huge. Wait for this cut. Here it comes. Oh, what a great cut. Yeah, and by the way, if you didn't know already, so like, subscribe, and share if you wouldn't mind. It'd make us really happy.
These videos take a lot more effort than normal.
And these videos take a lot more effort than normal. So if you like them, please comment. Bye. Absolutely no idea why I said bye at the end of that, but blame Carl because he asked me to do it. So here we are. Here's all the tack that comes inside the box. You may need this if you haven't got a PS5 already, or whether or not you're getting a really roll for PS5. There's the power cord. I can't even remember what these little things are for. I think they're for underneath. Yes, they are. They're for the underneath of the console if you want to lay it on its side. Yeah, 3D printed. Absolutely incredible. What else have we got in here? We have... Ooh, another HDMI cable for the cupboard under my stairs. And there is the PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense. It's a beauty. Still probably the best controller, I think, not just of this generation, but of all generations. Comment if you disagree with me. There's the USB-C cable for charging said DualSense as well. Okay, let's get that box open. Nice little cut again. Oh, yeah, look at that. White box. Should we try and get it out successfully? Probably not. Yeah, let's just cut that. Let's pretend we... Yeah, why we... This is embarrassing. There we go. That's fine. So take off the lid. It's fantastic. Now we're going to unpackage it. I think first impressions from this, it was so much smaller and lighter than the standard base PS5. I think also as well, when I was looking at it, I quite like the design. Although loads of other people have said it looks like a modem, but I nearly put it upside down. I really like it. I like the gloss on it. I like the finish. I like the way that they've jigged some of the things at the back. The shape of it is a little less obtuse, I think, compared to the base PS5. And then the peripherals that come with it are just basically the same. So again, the console. What do you think about it? Again, comment, let us know. There's the original PS5 that I've got. I really want to get one of those stickers on Etsy again. You know, the little coloured PlayStation logo at the top. You can see at the back, the ports are pretty much the same. I think the network cables shifted into a different place, but what we're going to do now is replace the SSD because I got a 2TB one on my base PS5 that I want to put in here. It's pretty much exactly the same process. I think getting the blades from the front is slightly different, but apart from that, putting the SSD in is identical to what you will do with the base PS5. I am making a mockery of the process by trying to use my ham fingers to open it, but there you go. It's as simple as that. And this is now Carl putting in the SSD because I was too scared to do it. He's moved I don't even know what you call it, but where the screw goes into, and he's now screwing that bad boy in there. Not a euphemism. Come on, get it in there. You can do it. No, you can't. This is embarrassing. He even wanted to start again. So, yep, here's the base that I had to buy for 25 quid, which I think is absolutely stupid, but it was nice. It's weighty. It's got nice chrome finish on the bottom. I didn't particularly think too much of it. It's a base. It's literally just a base. There's nothing good or cool about it. But anyway, back on that point I said before about the console. Here's the switching on. But because it's a bit smaller, it fits into a nice nook in the corner of my office. So what I've got there is I can actually push it back. Ooh, look at those opening screens. They're different. We gamers like different screens, don't we? Different screens and different wallpapers for the PlayStation 5 Pro. And then it was just a very quick process about getting it set up. You can use a QR code. You have to do the usual HDMI and HDR to try and get it all hunky-dory. There's me trying to make it darker and lighter. If you didn't know, I've got an MSI QD OLED screen. Bought that at the start of the year. Absolutely beautiful to play games on. Definitely recommend it if anybody hasn't bought a monitor. I think you pick it up for around about £1,000. So again, once you get through the adjustment period and you've got the console exactly how you like it, you then can make sure your SSD storage is working as expected. Now, I didn't delete any of the games that were on this to begin with anyway. So when I actually plugged it in, it had all of the games on there that I previously had, and I could just play them immediately. So as I said before, QR code just to scan in into the PlayStation Network. Really, really easy, super simple. Once you did that, it basically booted up all your different requirements. Ooh, welcome to PlayStation 5. Oh, isn't that nice? If it had said Pro on that, that would have made me feel a little bit more special. Again, waste of money, the DualSense Edge. Don't want to set that up. We'll do that later. So, now. So, as I was saying, here is the new layout on the console. It's identical to the PS5 apart from this welcome slider, where if you go into that, there's a couple more options. Carl wanted me to install Stellar Blade, so here's a shot of us just installing Stellar Blade, but also as well making sure that the optimal system settings are set on to get the most from this console. So again, you can go in there, you can enhance the image quality for PS4 games. There you go, thumbs up from me, it is on. There's other things as well that you can switch on, but we're going to try and see whether or not the SSD is any quicker at loading games compared to what we've got on the base PS5. Long story short, it isn't. It's pretty much the same. So again, back on that home screen, you can see the different parts. You can change the navigation layout to large, which to be fair, I preferred. I kept on hitting try it now. I've got no idea why. But you can see on here, it simplifies it. You can just see trophies. You can see what the storage is, the battery power, again on a stupid DualSense Edge. And then you can also see the console storage and a few other things as well. So jumping into games, here we go, Baldur's Gate 3. This is it on the original base PS5, and then you can see me shift it in a second to the PS5 Pro. I can't see too much of a difference, other than I would say some of the darks felt a little bit darker, but that is pretty much it. So again, aside from the differences there, a little bit more sheen on him, maybe. Nah, I'm joking. I couldn't tell the difference with Baldur's Gate 3, so let me off the hook with that one. Some people might be able to tell the difference if they're long-term players of the game, but from my side, couldn't really tell you too much, I'm afraid. So that's one down. So God of War Ragnarok's really where it stepped up for me. So the PS5 Pro has 67% more compute units than the base PS5. And what you find within that, it's something like 16.7 teraflops versus the original PS5's 10.28 teraflops. So you get the lifelike lighting, you get shadows, you get gorgeous reflections, which you're going to be able to see here in the waves coming through and some of the puddles that are in this area. It's also amazing from an FPS perspective. I did a little spin move, which you'll see in a minute, and there's so little screen tear, and it felt buttery smooth. So some of the added benefits of this console, just to cover off. So the PS5 Pro includes a default 2TB SSD. That is a significant upgrade on the PS5's SSD card, which is only 825GB, or the PS5 Slim, which is the 1TB. Stellar Blade looked absolutely amazing, by the way. This is an incredible game. You can see the lighting, shadows, reflections. It felt like a notable markup. I didn't pick this game, Carl did, just in case my wife's watching as well. Worth noting, the PS5 Pro also is equipped with Wi-Fi 7 instead of Wi-Fi 6. That is a notable upgrade as well if you own a PlayStation Portal. So yeah, great looking console, great looking games. What more? What's our summary? Do we get it? So that's the PS5 Pro. Would we recommend it? Well, the games look a lot prettier. The quality is fantastic. It runs games pretty much the same as standard PS5 base model. So if you've already got one of those, probably not really worth the upgrade. However, if you've got a couple £100 and you've not bought a PS5 yet, it's probably worth it if you've got a suitable television or monitor to be able to play those games on. So what would I recommend? Well, strap up. Strap up wasn't the right phrase. Maybe save up is probably what you should do. And then make sure that you get the appropriate accessories, because obviously things like the base stand's going to set you back about £25. And then if you want to upgrade your controller as well to a DualSense Edge, that's going to cost you a considerable amount more. But ultimately, yes, it's a fantastic console. It's got the hallmark of quality that Sony always brings to its peripherals and all of its products. And I think it's absolutely worth a purchase if you don't have a PS5. Thank you for joining in. We have been Casual Mode. Bye, Carl.
Bye.
Bye.